New at 9, putting juvenile offenders to work doing community service. It can be a positive experience for them, for you, for all of us.
And many are required by the court to do community service. The problem is, in some neighborhoods, there just are not enough options to complete their sentence. Paul Garner is with the Mid-South Peace and Justice Center. Paul, welcome back to Live and I. Good to see you again.
It's great to see y'all.
When you have many of these juvenile offenders who are not working to begin with, what are the likely problems there? How do you view that?
Well, one of the issues is the way juvenile court currently does community service, and you may be serving in your zip code, but you could be way on the other side across neighborhoods, so there's automatic geographic barriers that are in place that prevent young people from completing that service to begin with.
Like transportation issues.
Like transportation issues, and we know the state of that in our city.
Right.
So we have to get creative and work around that. So what we're actually trying to do is use GIS technology to map service locations so that we can place young people in proximity to their neighborhoods, but also as a way to make sure that they're really reconnecting in their neighborhoods, that there's a process that's restorative and not just punitive.
Does that also create a sense of community because they get to know the people in their neighborhood as people and not just that store owner who looks at me funny when I walk in, that kind of thing?
Exactly. So, you know, our juvenile justice project, we're piloting that in the area codes of 38125, 38141, and 38115 Hickory Hill area.
Why those area codes?
Because we've identified that as the lowest coverage of service providers that are identified. Now, we know that there are a lot of good people out there doing the work, and one of the reasons I was so excited to come on this morning is because we really want to spread the word out in Hickory Hill that if you have an organization or a church that's interested in providing enriching opportunities, service opportunities for young people, we want you to go to midsouthpeace.org and check out our tab on the Juvenile Justice Project and sign up to become a partner.
Okay, because they may be doing it, but they're not in the database.
Exactly.
So nobody knows they're doing it.
So our first step in the project is mapping these partners. And, you know, while we've got a lot of people bickering about who's right and wrong about how to address crime in our city, we know that there are people on the ground doing that hard work, and we believe that it's time for some action, and we want to collaborate with the people already doing that work. We just need to identify where they are.
So what's been the response so far of some of those partners, like some of the churches, businesses, other organizations out there?
Right. Well, I just had a great meeting with the Center for Transforming Communities and Kate Cananura, who's the connector out in that area. She introduced me to Benjamin Allen and Reverend Frederick Smith, and so their churches are involved. We're actually doing a March for Hope on March 25th. That's going to start out at his church that's on Winchester. It's 6385 Winchester.
Okay.
So we're already starting to make these collaborative connections, and it's really exciting. And you know, again, this isn't just about something punitive, but we want there to be a restorative moment for these young people and for folks in the neighborhood. So while you may be the kid that broke my fence, what if you could become the kid that knocked on my door and asked me if I'm interested in supporting a community garden in the neighborhood, or a neighborhood cleanup project, or a mural project? So looking at community service in a way that's not just punitive but restorative.
And what kinds of services? Because if there's some organization out there who isn't doing this and go, oh, maybe we might have something, but I don't know if what we have for them to do is helpful.
Sure.
What types of things?
Well, again, you know, a lot of times we think of community service as this punitive thing, right? But churches and community organizations like Heal the Hood, for instance, all these organizations that are already doing really good intervention work with young people, imagine being able to do that work with young people who have court-ordered community service and maybe give them a second chance to keep them out of that, out of entanglement.
So for instance, to use the Heal the Hood, working a concert or something that Heal the Hood has, and anti-violence. Okay.
Or we're also thinking in terms of workshops on like life skills and nonviolent de-escalation and community organizing, and we do all those workshops, and we're looking forward to partnering with lots of organizations around the city to have a juvenile justice conference sometime in the summer, and create more and more opportunities for young people to plug in.
Paul, once some of those folks get involved, what type of timeline are we talking about? Is this a commitment just for, you know, a one-time thing? Is this for 6 weeks? Is this for several months, or what?
Sure. Well, the Peace and Justice Center is committed to this project for the long haul, but you know, these kids have a certain amount of time that they can serve. But we want to create a fabric of structure and support that lasts beyond these kids' court-ordered community service. Because what happens once that's gone? You know, we know what the alternatives are. We know that there are gangs out there that are teaching people, you know, alternative ways to make money and to have a supportive structure in their lives. We want the community to intervene, and it starts at the grassroots, and we truly believe that. And with all of our work, those most directly affected are the ones that have the solutions to these issues.
And businesses, for-profit businesses, could also step up, right?
Oh yeah, totally.
Okay. All right.
And you know, we want to get these kids their hours, but we also want to create meaningful, lasting relationships.
Right. That's what
And
really
very quickly,
counts.
how soon can they start signing up?
Right now. So you can go to our website, midsouthpeace.org. You can go to our Facebook or our Twitter page, and it's all just at MidSouthPeace. And we've got a really simple 7-question form that organizations can fill out, and they can become a partner today.
All right.
Awesome.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you all so much.
We
for
also
having me
put the
again.
phone number
Appreciate
up,
it.
so it might be
Awesome.
ringing.
Yeah, give us a call.